Right now, as you're watching this video, you're probably sitting somewhere comfortable. Maybe it's your couch, maybe it's your bed, maybe it's that same chair you've been sitting in for the past 3 years. And here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to tell you. That comfort is killing your dreams. Think about it. When was the last time you did something that genuinely scared you? Not like watching a horror movie scared. I mean genuinely terrified, the kind of fear that makes your hands shake and your mind scream, turn back. If you can't remember, you're trapped. You're living in what I call the comfort trap, and it's not an accident. Your entire life has been systematically designed by society, by your biology, by the algorithm you're watching this on right now to keep you exactly where you are: average, safe, comfortable, and mediocre. In the next 25 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how this trap works, why you keep falling into it even when you know better, and most importantly, how to break free before you wake up at 65 wondering where your life went. Because here's what nobody tells you: the gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't filled with some secret strategy or hidden knowledge. It's filled with discomfort, and your willingness to live there determines everything. Let's dive in. Section 1: The biology of mediocrity. Your brain is not designed to make you successful. Let me say that again because it's critical. Your brain is not designed to make you successful. It's designed to keep you alive. And there's a massive difference. 10,000 years ago, our ancestors lived in a world where comfort equaled survival. If you found a safe cave, you stayed there. If you found a reliable food source, you didn't experiment. If you found a tribe that accepted you, you conformed. The people who took unnecessary risks, they got eaten by predators. They starved. They got kicked out of the tribe and died alone. So our brains evolved a very simple operating system: seek comfort, avoid discomfort. It's called the negativity bias, and it's the reason you remember every criticism but forget most compliments. It's the reason you can list 10 things that could go wrong with your business idea, but struggle to imagine it succeeding. Your amygdala, the primitive part of your brain, literally cannot tell the difference between the fear of a lion attack and the fear of posting your first YouTube video. To your brain, social rejection and physical death trigger the same alarm systems. This is why you procrastinate on important tasks. This is why you stay in relationships that drain you. This is why you keep saying next year when you mean never. You're not lazy. You're not lacking discipline. You're running prehistoric software in a modern world. And here's where it gets insidious. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you strengthen the neural pathways that make comfort more appealing. It's like digging a groove in your brain. The more you take the easy path, the deeper the groove gets, until it becomes a canyon you can't climb out of. Neuroscientists call this neuroplasticity. I call it the slow death of potential. Think about your daily routine. What percentage of it is genuinely new versus repetitive? Most people live the same day on repeat for decades and call it a life. Wake up, check phone, same breakfast, same commute, same desk, same lunch, same complaints, same evening scroll, same Netflix show, same bed. Repeat. Repeat, repeat. Your brain loves this. Routines require less energy. Less energy means more survival resources. Your biology is literally rewarding you for being predictable. But here's the problem: growth and comfort cannot coexist. They're mutually exclusive states. Every single person you admire got where they are by repeatedly choosing discomfort. Not once, not in some grand moment of courage, but in 1,000 small decisions where they picked the harder path. The entrepreneur who sent that scary email, the artist who shared their work before it felt ready, the person who had that difficult conversation instead of letting resentment build. These moments feel small in isolation. But compound them over years, and they become the difference between extraordinary and ordinary. Your biology wants you average. It's your job to override the programming. Section 2. The social design of average, but it's not just your brain working against you. Society has built an entire infrastructure to keep you comfortable. Let's start with the education system. From age 5, you're trained to sit still, follow instructions, memorize information, and regurgitate it on command. You're graded on conformity. You're punished for coloring outside the lines. The students who question authority are labeled troublemakers. The kids who can't sit still for 8 hours are medicated. The ones who think differently are told they have learning disabilities. The entire system is designed to produce compliant workers, not independent thinkers. Because independent thinkers are unpredictable, they're harder to manage. They don't fit neatly into corporate hierarchies. And what happens after 12 years of this conditioning? You graduate and immediately look for the next authority figure to tell you what to do: a boss, a manager, a company that will give you structure and predictability. You trade the classroom for the cubicle, the textbook for the company handbook, the grade for the performance review, different prison, same bars. Then there's the social contract we're all pressured to sign. get a degree, get a job, get married, buy a house, have kids, work for 40 years, retire, die. Anyone who deviates from this script is treated with suspicion. What do you mean you're starting a business? Don't you want job security? You're traveling the world, but what about your retirement savings? You're pursuing your passion. That's nice, but what's your real plan? The message is clear. Stay on the approved path. Don't risk. Don't experiment. Don't dream too big. And the cruel irony, the people giving you this advice are often miserable themselves. They're living proof that the safe path doesn't guarantee happiness, but they need you to follow it anyway, because your success would force them to confront their own choices. Misery loves company. Mediocrity demands it. Then there's the ultimate comfort trap, modern technology. Don't get me wrong, I love technology. I'm literally using it to reach you right now, but let's be honest about what it's doing to us. Your phone is engineered by some of the smartest psychologists and neuroscientists in the world with one goal: keep you scrolling, keep you watching, keep you clicking. Every notification is a dopamine hit. Every like is a tiny validation. Every algorithm is designed to show you more of what you already believe, creating an echo chamber that reinforces your existing reality. You want to feel productive without actually producing. There's an app for that. You want to feel connected without genuine connection. There's a platform for that. You want to feel informed without critical thinking. There's a news feed for that. We've created the most comfortable prison in human history, and we're paying for it with our attention, our potential, and our time. Think about this. The average person spends 4 to 6 hours per day on their phone. That's 30 to 42 hours per week. That's essentially a full-time job spent consuming other people's lives instead of building your own. Imagine if you took just half that time and redirected it toward a skill, a business, a creative project. In 1 year, you'd have over 700 hours invested in your future. In 5 years, 3,500 hours. That's enough to become world-class at almost anything. But you won't, because your phone feels easier. Scrolling feels safer. Watching someone else's success feels more comfortable than risking your own failure. The algorithm knows this. The corporations know this. They've built a trillion-dollar industry on your desire for comfort. And here's the darkest part. They've convinced you it's freedom. You think you're choosing to scroll. You think you're choosing to binge watch. You think you're choosing to stay small. But you're not choosing. You're being chosen for. You're being optimized for engagement, not growth. For consumption, not creation. For comfort, not achievement. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed. The question is, are you going to keep participating? Section 3, the hidden cost of comfort. Let me tell you about 2 types of pain: the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. It's waking up early when you want to sleep in. It's having the difficult conversation. It's sending the email that scares you. It's doing the workout, making the sales call, writing the chapter. It's uncomfortable in the moment, but it's productive pain. It's pain with purpose. It's the growing pain of becoming someone new. The pain of regret weighs tons. It's looking back at 45 and realizing you spent 20 years in a job you hated because it was safe. It's watching your kids grow up through a screen because you were always working. It's having a $1 million business idea that you never started because you were afraid. It's the crushing weight of what if, the unbearable heaviness of I could have been. And here's the trap. Comfort doesn't feel like a choice when you're in it. It feels like wisdom. It feels like being realistic. It feels like being responsible. I can't start that business right now. I have bills to pay. Sounds responsible, right? But what you're really saying is, I'm choosing financial security over financial freedom. That's fine, just own it. I don't have time to work on my dreams. I'm too busy. Sounds reasonable, right? But what you're really saying is, other people's priorities are more important than mine. Again, that's a choice. Just admit it. I'll start when everything is perfect. Sounds smart, right? But what you're really saying is, I'm more afraid of failure than I am excited about success. And you'll be waiting forever. Comfort lies to you. It tells you that you're being prudent when you're being paralyzed. It tells you you're being patient when you're being passive. It tells you you're being realistic when you're being resigned. And the cost compounds silently over years. You know what's expensive? A lifetime of wondering. A lifetime of I should have. A lifetime of watching other people live the life you designed in your head but never built in reality. I've worked with hundreds of people in their 50s and 60s. You know what they never regret: the risks they took, the failures they experienced, the times they looked stupid while trying something new. You know what haunts them: the risks they didn't take, the dreams they deferred, the person they could have become if they had just been a little bit braver. Because here's the truth about comfort: it doesn't preserve you, it erodes you. Every day you choose the easy path, you're voting for a version of yourself that's slightly smaller, slightly less capable, slightly more resigned. You think you're maintaining, but you're actually declining, because in life there is no neutral. You're either growing or dying, expanding or contracting, becoming more or becoming less. Comfort is death in slow motion. It's the anesthesia that makes you numb to the passing of your own life. And the cruelest part, you won't notice until it's too late. You'll wake up one day and realize you spent your entire life preparing for a future that never came, waiting for permission that nobody was going to give you, hoping for a perfect moment that doesn't exist. The window of opportunity doesn't stay open forever. Your energy declines, your responsibilities increase, your willingness to risk decreases. There's a small window in your life where you have the energy, the time, and the freedom to bet on yourself. For most people, it's closing while they're scrolling. So let me ask you, what is comfort actually costing you? Is it costing you the relationship you want because you're too comfortable being single? Is it costing you the body you want because you're too comfortable with your current habits? Is it costing you the business because you're too comfortable with your paycheck? What dreams are dying in the name of comfort? What version of you is being sacrificed on the altar of easy? Because that's the real price, not the discomfort you avoid, but the life you never live. Section 4. Breaking free from the comfort trap. All right, enough diagnosis. Let's talk about the cure. Breaking free from the comfort trap isn't about one grand gesture. It's not about quitting your job tomorrow or moving to Bali or making some dramatic life change you'll regret in 6 months. It's about reconditioning yourself to seek discomfort the same way you currently seek comfort. Step 1. Awareness is the first prison break. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. Start tracking your comfort-seeking behaviors. Every time you choose the easy option, notice it. Don't judge it, just notice it. Hit snooze instead of getting up, notice. Scrolled instead of worked, notice. Avoided the conversation, notice. Ordered takeout instead of cooking, notice. You're not trying to change yet, you're just becoming conscious of the patterns, because most of your life is on autopilot, and autopilot always chooses comfort. Step 2. Build a tolerance for discomfort. Your comfort zone is like a muscle. The more you stretch it, the larger it becomes. But you can't go from couch to marathon. You start small. I call it the micro-courage practice. Every single day, do one thing that scares you. Not terrifies you, scares you. There's a difference. Send that email you've been drafting for weeks. Make that phone call. Post that content. Have that conversation. Try that new workout. Introduce yourself to that person. Small acts of courage compound into a courageous life. Each time you choose discomfort and survive, which you will, you build evidence that you're capable of more than you think. Your brain learns, oh, we did the scary thing and didn't die. Interesting? Step 3. Redesign your environment. Willpower is finite. Environment is forever. You will never outdiscipline a bad environment. If you want to break free, you need to make comfort harder to access and discomfort easier to engage with. Want to work on your business? Put your laptop on your desk with the project open before bed. First thing you see in the morning. Want to stop scrolling? Delete the apps. Yes, all of them. Your creativity isn't on Instagram. Your purpose isn't on TikTok. Want to work out? Sleep in your gym clothes. Put your shoes by the bed. Make it easier to do it than to make excuses. The comfort trap works because comfort is frictionless. So you need to add friction to comfort and remove friction from growth. Step 4. Find your why that's bigger than your comfort. Here's the truth. You'll never leave your comfort zone for a goal that doesn't genuinely matter to you. You need a purpose so compelling that comfort becomes unacceptable. Not someone else's definition of success. Not what looks good on social media. Not what your parents want or your friends expect. Your reason, your mission. You're non-negotiable. For me, it was realizing I had one life, one shot, and I was spending it making someone else rich while my dreams collected dust. That realization made my comfortable job suddenly feel like a prison sentence. What's your version? What future are you building? What legacy are you leaving? Who are you becoming? When your why is clear, the how becomes easier. Discomfort becomes the price you're willing to pay. Step 5. Embrace the identity shift. This is the deepest level. You're not just changing behaviors, you're changing who you believe you are. Comfortable people say, I'm not the type to take risks. I'm not good at sales. I'm not creative. I'm not a morning person. These identities are prisons. And you're the architect, the guard, and the prisoner. Start speaking a new identity into existence. I'm someone who does hard things. I'm building skills in areas I'm weak. I'm becoming the person who takes action despite fear. Your brain believes what you repeatedly tell it. Every action is a vote for the type of person you want to become. Step 6. Stack small wins. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. You don't wait to feel motivated. You act and motivation shows up. Start with wins so small they feel ridiculous. Make your bed, do 10 push-ups, read 1 page, send 1 email, journal for 3 minutes. The size doesn't matter, the consistency does. You're not building a habit, you're building trust with yourself. You're proving you can do what you say you'll do. This is the foundation everything else is built on. Step 7. Normalize failure. The comfort trap works because we've demonized failure. We treat it like death instead of data, but every successful person you admire has failed more times than you've tried. The difference, they didn't stop. Reframe failure. It's not the opposite of success, it's evidence of trying. It's tuition for the University of Real-World Experience. You're going to fail. Your first video will be awkward. Your first business will probably struggle. Your first attempt will be messy. So what? Done is better than perfect. Published is better than polished. Real is better than ready. Section 5. The life waiting on the other side. Here's what nobody tells you about leaving your comfort zone. It gets easier, not because the challenges get smaller, but because you get bigger, stronger, more capable, more confident. The discomfort that paralyzed you at the beginning becomes the baseline for growth. What terrified you last year becomes Tuesday, and suddenly you look around and realize you're living a life that your comfortable self couldn't have imagined. You're running the business, you're having the impact, you're earning the income, you're living the adventure. You're becoming the person, not because you're special, but because you were willing to be uncomfortable while everyone else chose easy. The comfort trap is real, it's powerful, it's seductive, and it's waiting to reclaim you the moment you stop paying attention. But you right now, watching this, you have a choice. You can close this video and go back to the scroll, back to the comfort, back to average. Nobody will judge you. The algorithm will welcome you back with open arms, or you can decide that today is the day you stop letting comfort dictate your potential. You can send that email, start that project, have that conversation, take that first step. Not tomorrow, not Monday, not next year. Now, because the gap between who you are and who you could be isn't filled with some secret knowledge. It's filled with the daily choice to do what's uncomfortable, and the beautiful truth. That choice is always available, right now, this moment. Your comfort zone will always be there waiting, but so will your dreams. Which one are you going to choose? Recap: if this video resonated with you, do me a favor. Hit that like button. It tells YouTube to share this message with more people who need to hear it. Subscribe if you want more content on breaking free from average and building the life you actually want. And share this with someone who's stuck in their comfort zone. Sometimes we all need permission to be uncomfortable. Maybe this video is theirs. Drop a comment and tell me, what's one uncomfortable action you're committing to taking this week? Let's build accountability together. I'll see you in the next video. Now go do something that scares you.